Welcome. This is episode 1 of the Atelier Talks. And Atelier Talks are here to invite you behind the scenes to explore how I come up with prints. Basically, what's the backstory to the prints I'm creating? Because what you're really seeing when you see prints, that's the tip of the iceberg. I used to be a screenwriter for more than 11 years, and we always had this saying in screenwriting that dialogue, so words, are the last form you use to express yourself. And before, you have to be able to create a scene without the characters actually speaking. I love that because when you say something, or when I say something, I really want that it matters. Let me take you back into 2018. I was writing a book that time about a love story I had encountered in my life, and this love story took place in real life in Paris. And so I started coming a lot to Paris to soak in the feeling, and to be honest, also to be close to the men who didn't want to be with me. One winter, I was in Paris again and working on this book every day in the library. And you know, when you write a book, you do not have a lot of results that you can actually touch. It's such a big arc to write a book. So it was snowing and it was winter. I just returned home in my Airbnb, and I was looking at a woolen hat that was laying next to me on the table. And at the same time, I was thinking about my dreams. And in this moment, none of these dreams seemed to be achievable. Neither the love that I wanted, that time in particular, from or with this man, nor the book, because it really felt long and stressful to me. And then an idea came to me. What if I would just go tomorrow, buy some wool on my way to the library, and stitch in this head that I have big dreams? And that's exactly what I did. So the next day I went, bought the wool, returned home, and started to stitch this head, to embroider it in a very, let's say, in a very rough way. And it felt so good to me, because after a few minutes, I had something I could hold in my hands. And it was something that I really loved, because it looked good, it was very soft, and it was like a message to myself that my dreams are valid. And I cannot show you this hat because the next day, it was my birthday. I had friends over, and there was this woman, and she didn't believe in her dreams anymore in this moment. And she was a stylist, and she saw this hat and she said, "Wow, that's amazing," which was very cool to me because she was a pro, she was a stylist. And so I decided to give her this hat so that she can remember her dreams when wearing this hat. So all that I can show you is a picture. So this is the hat, the first piece of what was that time called wearable poetry. And over the years it became word magic. Also over the years I started to realize that embroidery, it will always produce unique pieces, and why I still love to do these unique pieces. Prints are a way in which you can make the pieces more accessible for many people. This is what I started exploring and I started doing. Always, no matter what I do, it is always to support ourselves in pursuing our dreams, believing in ourselves, and also, and this is why I love to call these pieces post-its just on garments, so that we can have in everyday life a reminder with us of the vision we have for our own lives. Because let's face it, and especially in the past years when I started to become a facilitator for different modalities that help people change, I realized, and also in my own life, that we can only permanently change our identity, not through workshops, but through consistency in everyday life. And you cannot take your fridge with your post-it or your mirror with your lipstick with you while you go about your day, while you're sitting in a cafe. But you can wear a t-shirt. You can have a temporary tattoo. You can have a journal or other pieces. So in the first place, all that I do, I always do it to help myself. And I'm happy to see that this then also speaks to other people. So your dream is possible. This is my message to you. And also, I cannot tell you what I do not believe for myself. So first, I have to apply this for myself and to believe that my dream is possible before I can tell you that yours is. I'm very excited to go together on this journey. The episodes will be once per week. I love to hear what you are experiencing right now, what your challenge is, what you would love help with. You can comment below or write me a DM on Instagram or an email. I love to connect with you and create this space for us.